My name's Jesse Cash. This is Ghost Atlas. This is the side project of my metal band, Era. I've always written my own music. Like in high school, I would write a lot of acoustic music and stuff like that. Era was just getting a lot of popularity. I decided instead of doing an acoustic thing to do a full band style project. So I wrote all the guitars and all the bass and everything for it, all the vocals. And I had Alex, who plays drums in Era, come in and, you know, put drums to what I was writing, on guitar and vocals and stuff. So.
All right. What does Ghost Atlas mean?
I'm a big believer in the cellar door method, which is pretty much just that if it looks good on paper, if it rolls off the tongue, if it sounds good, then it works. But it just sounded good. It just felt right, and the words like mean enough to where people can interpret their own. You know, their own meaning. They can be whatever they want it to be. My friend Ryan actually brought it to my attention. He was like, you know, that's actually a really cool name. It makes me think of like a world, you know, like a planet full of people, and they're all just kind of lost. They're all just kind of lost souls wandering around, you know, trying to like find something that they're missing. I think when I was coming up with the name, that could have been a big part of like what I was thinking, and I didn't even like realize it or get it until somebody from an outside perspective showed that to me. And that's like the best part about making music, you know? But this is what I wanted. I want people to find their own interpretation of what it means, and then in turn it'll mean something different to me, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't necessarily have to be like what like the artist perceives it to be. That's not really what art is. Like it's supposed to be how other people can like connect and relate to it. Everybody, no matter how good things are going or how good your life is, eventually something shitty happens and you reach that breaking point for a moment, and it's like such a necessary point to reach to like feel like awakened like spiritually. And it's like I wrote a lot of these songs when I was going through that time in my life where I was like, fuck, like I may not ever bounce back from this, like I may have ruined my life, you know what I mean? It's like for me, a positive person, like thinking something like that, it's just such an intense like human emotion. Those dark songs help people get through, you know, like when I'm going through a hard time, the last thing I want to hear is some upbeat like pop song, you know what I mean? Like I want to hear something sad. I want to hear somebody that understands, you know what I mean? It's like people come down on their kids, they think their kids are fucked up for listening to like Marilyn Manson and Slipknot and like all this metal and stuff, but it's like that's not what's driving your kids like to be dark. It's like you're driving them to be dark, and this is their escape. I think Ghost Atlas would be the perfect band for someone to really find an escape. So I just like, that's just what I talk about in the music. I talk about intense human emotions, you know what I mean? Like, and that's not always love. Everyone always talks about love. It's not always love. Sometimes it's hate. Those things need to be talked about. Like, even if you are a happy person, they're out there in the world. You need to acknowledge those things, to appreciate what you do have. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm so grateful to have the life that I have, but I can't ignore that some really fucked up shit goes on in the world. You know what I mean? It's like, it has me talking. Originally I was just gonna release all 8 of the songs at once, just a nice long EP. I didn't want to call it an LP because if I was gonna write a full-length album, I would want it to be the right way, which should be like 11, 12 songs. I can only afford to do 8 songs, so this is an independent project. You know, I'm self-funded, no labels, anything like that. So I wanted to do a long EP as opposed to a short LP. And the reason why I'm releasing it in 2 volumes is because I just want to maintain a sense of like progress. Well, I just want to make sure that I can keep like pumping out music to you guys as quickly as possible, to where you're not having to like wait too much in between releases. So that's the primary reason why I'm sectioning out volume 1 and 2.
Okay.
It's actually not a band yet, you know, but I would love to like eventually like, you know, like tour whenever there's like off time in the new year and stuff. I think it'd be great. Like eventually, like I know that it will turn into that. It will get bigger. It will turn into a big thing. That's what I want out of it. You know what I mean? I want a lot out of it. The most important thing to me is just like putting out these songs and getting across what's going inside my head, and just like sharing something like unique and new and really personal to me, like with people that enjoy, you know, the music that I made in the past. You know, this is like a very personal project, like down to the treatments and like the lyrical content, everything, like the concept behind the album art, like all the conceptual parts of this band. It's just like shit from my brain. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's very cool to be able to like have my own little project where I can just do whatever I want. You know, it's awesome, and I can't wait to keep recording music.